We continue this week of special episodes with me answering another, probably in the top 3 of terms of popularity question: am I scared to go back to Russia? What's up, investors? It's the Russian dude. And by the way, tomorrow is my grand finale, so tomorrow you'll finally get your answer. Why did I change my name to this, the Canadian dude? But for now, let's talk about this question: whether I'm afraid to go back home. And the short and simple answer is no, not at all. And I mean, yeah, I might have some concerns in the back of my mind, but it is definitely not related to the nature of the content that I'm producing. Because there is nothing to be fearful of if you have the truth, because in the end, the truth always wins. And whoever has the truth always has the power. My concern of going back to Russia is related to completely different thing. Yes, I can go inside Russia, no problem at all. The question is, whether will I be able to live? And this is where things get a little bit more complicated. And once again, it is just completely unrelated to whatever I'm doing here on YouTube, because I'll be equally concerned if I'll be just a regular person. And wait, I'm not telling you that I'm somebody special, because I'm not. Because I'm just like you. I wake up in the morning, I eat, I sleep, I get frustrated when I'm hungry or whenever I'm tired. And just like you, I probably love to watch YouTube videos whenever I'm having my lunch or dinner. So yeah, sorry for deviating from the topic once again. As you can see, I like to do it quite a lot. Anyways, the possibility of leaving the Russia, this is what makes me think twice every single time I'm thinking about visiting my homeland. And don't get me wrong, I do want to visit Russia. I haven't seen my relatives or friends for a very long time. Some of them for more than 7 years at this point. And whenever I was starting my journey on YouTube, this possibility of freedom of moving around and traveling, most certainly it was one of the biggest decision factors. Because let's be honest, if you have your 9-to-5 job, and nothing is wrong with this obviously, but what I mean is that you will only have like 2 weeks of vacations per year. And whenever your country, whenever your homeland is pretty much on the other side of the world, it is simply not enough. You spend pretty much the entire day just traveling, then 1-2 more days adjusting to the new time zones. And in the end, whenever you're about to travel back, once again you need the entire day to travel, and then 1-2 more days to get used to the time zones, so that you can go to work and not just fall asleep on your desk. And so, as you can see, these supposedly 2 weeks vacations in fact becomes like 10 days or even less, and then you have to wait the entire year to do it again. I'm also very fortunate enough to have a wife from completely another country, and obviously from time to time we also want to visit her relatives as well. And so, in fact, the possibility to visit Russia just for 10 days, it's not even just once per year opportunity, it's only once every 2 years. And so just you please tell me, who wouldn't feel homesick? And basically yes, with this war going on, going home became even more complicated, because you just simply never know when things will get back to normal. And like mentioned previously, yes, I can go back to Russia. The main question is, will I be able to return? Because the borders can be literally closed any day, in case there is some sort of escalation. Or I mean, who knows, maybe our government just simply decides to limit the movement of men of my age inside and outside of the country. Or I can even just simply be walking down the street and then approached by military representatives, because apparently there was a partial mobilization which has been announced just this morning. And if you remember from one of my previous episodes, as soon as you get approached by these military representatives in person, you become legally obliged to show up in the nearest enlistment office, and if you don't do this, you can be criminally prosecuted for avoiding the army. and the worst case scenario, you will go to jail. And the type of content I'm making here on YouTube, I don't think it increases or decreases the chances of this thing happening to me. To be honest, I'll be even more concerned if I'll be just a regular Russian man living inside Russia right now. Because, to be honest, I personally do not think that I'm being targeted in any way, or at least I'm hoping that this is the case. I make my videos in English, and people from Russia are simply not my target audience. It's you guys who do speak the language and live pretty much anywhere in the world. So for this reason, the Russian opposition content creators who do speak in Russian, produce their content in Russian and live in Russia at the same time, are the ones truly potentially in danger. Because they are the ones who are being watched by regular Russians, and they are the ones who can influence their mindsets and turn them against the government. And for this obvious reason, I truly admire these content creators. They are the ones who do not fear anything, and they are the ones who should be respected the most. And while they are the ones who are trying to influence the mindsets of their own comrades, I think there also should be other creators who will be defending the reputation of Russia in front of the world. And this is what I see as one of the main reasons for my channel. I'm here simply to show you that not every single Russian is a bad person. Not every single one of us unconditionally supports the decisions taken by our government. There are just so many Russians on the other side, the side of truth, because in the end, the truth will always prevail. And tomorrow I will have my grand finale special episode where even more questions will be finally answered. And if you don't want to miss it, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for your attention, товарищи, and see you tomorrow.